everyone, it's Gwen, and as you can tell from the title, I am finally going to be doing my record collection video. If you've been on my channel for a while, then you'll know that I love collecting records. I've been collecting for over a year and a half, since December of 2015, and the reason why I haven't done a collection video yet is that I've just been waiting until I accumulated enough records to show you guys, and since it's been a year and a half, I figured, you know, I think it's probably time to give you all what you want and show you all my record collection. So I thought it was only fitting to sit over here by where I listen to my records, which I don't think you guys have ever even seen my record player or anything like that in my room. But this is my record player. It's amazing. I love it so much. Before anyone asks, it is an automatic turntable system SLBD20. I don't know. I got this record player from my grandpa when he was moving out of his old house, and he had a record player from the 80s that had never been opened. It was in its box, and he knew he wasn't going to use it, and he asked if I wanted it because I was looking for a record player at the time. And so I finally got my own record player. This was around October of 2016. Since then, I had just been listening to the records downstairs on my family's record player, but I finally have my own. I've been using it for the past like 7 months, and I love it so much. As you can see, it obviously comes with a tuner, and then here's the record player itself. It's great. And also, I noticed that the needle is the Audio-Technica brand, which I know is a popular brand, so it's a really, really great record player. It also came with, I don't know if you can see, but it came with these speakers right here. There's one on this side, and there's another on the other side, and they're the brand EPI, it looks like. I don't know, but they are amazing speakers. He had those as well, and he gave them to me, and I just love having this really great music set up in my room, and I can listen to my records a lot more now that I have it in my room. I can listen to them whenever I want, and they sound great on this thing. So over a year and a half, I have accumulated 23 records. Most of these I bought for myself, but also quite a few of them are gifts from friends and family, which I really appreciate. So right now I'm going to show you my records. The way I have my records set up over here is I have them alphabetically by artist, and then within each artist, I have them as the most recent record release, and then within each artist I have them as the most recent record release is more to the right, and then the older albums are to the left, if that makes sense. So yeah, you'll catch on as I go through them, but like I said, I have 23 records to show you guys. I thought that'd be enough for a collection video, so yeah, here we go. I'm just gonna tell you all the records that I have, and probably say my favorite songs by each of them, and of course show you the records because pretty much 90% of my records are really cool colored pressings, so I'm excited to show them to you guys. So here we go. So starting over here at A, obviously, the first record that I have is Arctic Monkeys AM. And I love this record so much. This is my favorite Arctic Monkeys album. It's the first one that I really got into, so far it's my favorite. I am working on getting into their other albums. I really love Suck It and See, and I'm hoping to get the rest of them at some point. But this is the first and only Arctic Monkeys record that I have, and I love this album, like I said. It's one of those albums I love that I have because I can just put it on and kind of have it as background noise and do homework and read while it's playing. It's very chill, but also some of these songs are real bops. This is a gatefold. And when you open it up, it has a picture of them, which I think is really, really cool. And then this is what the back looks like. It comes with this really nice sleeve, which I like. Like, it's a very nice industrial sleeve, which I appreciate. And it is just a black record. Just a black pressing that looks like this. And I really, really love this. This is also one of my only black records, but I really like it though. I feel like it really goes with the aesthetic of the album, and I really love it. My favorite song from this album is probably Knee Socks or Snap Out of It. Those two are really, really great, and honestly this whole album is amazing. And if you guys are wondering, I got this pressing from Barnes & Noble. The next record I have, I just got this week. I pre-ordered it way back in, I think March or something, and it finally came this week because the album just came out, and that is Blink-182's California. This is the deluxe edition, which is why her hair is colored and he's blue and it looks a little different than the original album cover. This is the deluxe version, which I decided to order because I didn't get California on vinyl when it originally came out, and I assumed the deluxe edition was going to be great, which it definitely is. I love it. So I thought might as well just order the deluxe version on vinyl, and then I'll get both the California album and all the new songs. And this just came in the mail yesterday for me, and oh my gosh, it's amazing. It was definitely a pre-order bundle that was worth the money. First off, I really do love the colors of the deluxe version of the album. I feel like she looks like a mermaid or something. Like, I just think it looks really, really cool. And I love how he's blue, and I love the color scheme. The back is also really pretty. Just the color scheme of the whole thing really looks very, very cool to me. Plus, not only is this a gatefold, but this reminds me of like a children's book. Just, you're not even prepared for this. I mean, can we discuss how cool this is? It opens up to look like a road. And then it's like they're driving, and then it says Blink-182 on the license plate. And I just thought, that's like the coolest thing ever. So, definitely worth the money. It also came with a bunch of stickers, which is really cool, and a download card, which is also really great. And now to get into the actual records. So, since it's both the original album and the deluxe album, it's a double LP. Now with this pre-order, there were 4 neon colors you could order. You get the neon pink, the yellow, the green, or the blue. Now I kind of thought about, okay, what color records do I already have, and what color do I feel like really goes with this album? And I decided to order the neon green, and I am so happy that I ordered that one because, one, they're all sold out besides the yellow, so I'm very happy that I got this when I did. But also, it looks so cool. It also comes with these really, really cool sleeves with all of the lyrics on it. This is just the original California lyrics, and the other one has the deluxe lyrics on it. Now, I thought it was just gonna be like a neon green, you know, just like simple neon bright, very cool. But it almost is like a neon splatter. Like, I don't know if you can tell on here, this just looks neon on the camera, it looks like. But if you hold this up to the light, it literally looks like a splattered record. I'll find a picture and like put it in here somewhere of what it looks like there, because just looking at it now, it's neon and it's cool, but you hold this thing up to the light and you'll see, I don't know if you guys can tell, there are like little bits of like little splattered paint and stuff on here. And it is really, really cool. I just think this thing is so cool. Yeah, I am really excited about this. I think this is sick, and it just looks really amazing, and I just love the color of it. And of course, the other record is the exact same thing. It's green. And then, just to top this whole thing off, not only did I get this and some stickers, and this is beautiful, but I was not expecting this. It also came with the felt turntable mat, which, as you can tell, is now on my turntable. My turntable originally just came with this black rubber mat, which is what I've been using since I've, got it. However, Blink sent me this green felt mat, which I will take off here and show you guys. And this is so, so cute. It's just a green felt turntable mat. And I heard felt mats are supposed to actually increase your sound quality because they're supposed to catch like the dust and prevent static and stuff, which I think is really cool. And I just think this is the cutest thing ever. I don't know if I'm gonna use this all the time when I play my records, because when you're spinning the records, you actually see the Blink logo spinning underneath the records, which looks cool in some of them, but others the colors kind of clash. So I don't know how much I'll be using this with all my records, but I'm definitely just gonna leave it on top of my record player when I'm not using it because I think it's the cutest thing ever. Plus, if you guys didn't know, my room is like a yellow and green color aesthetic, so this is so cute and it definitely goes in my room, and I just love that this came with the album. I was not even expecting this. I think it's the coolest thing. And guys, by the way, as if yesterday wasn't amazing enough when I received this, I tweeted Blink yesterday because on my package it came with a sticker on it that said "Fragile, handle with care" on it, and it had a picture of the Blink dude and like playing a record. I thought it was really funny, and I tweeted to them and I said something along the lines of, "It's a great day when you see this sticker on your package," and then I said at Blink-182 when I did the hashtag of California Deluxe. And I was not expecting this, but oh my goodness, they liked and retweeted me. I was so shook. Like, they have like 1.2 million followers and they retweeted my tweet, and my tweet has been blowing up. It has like, I don't even know, like 13 retweets and like 140 likes, and it's been seen like 40,000 times. I'm just shook. I was very shook yesterday, not expecting that to happen, because knowing my luck, they weren't gonna see it, but they did. So I thought that was the coolest thing that they saw that and retweeted me yesterday, and I really appreciate it. So I love this album. It sounds great. I listened to it yesterday and I was blown away. Also, all these new deluxe songs are great, so make sure to check out this album, guys, if you haven't. So yes, I ordered this copy off of their merch store. My favorite songs from this album would have to be Los Angeles and No Future. Those songs are both such jams. Both of those I think are really just great summer jams, and I love that. Next, we are on to the letter F, and we get to see the extent of my Fall Out Boy records, because I have quite a few from them. The first one going down the line is From Under the Cork Tree. I'm so happy that Hot Topic repressed this, because I've wanted this for such a long time. It's one of my favorite older Fall Out Boy records, and I also just really love the aesthetic of everything, and I love the album cover. I love how it looks. I think it's really, really cool looking, and I'm very excited to have this. And on the back it says all of the song titles and, you know, how they're all very incredibly long. It also comes with a few extra songs. It comes with a demo of My Heart is the Worst Kind of Weapon. It comes with a Patrick Stump remix of Sugar We're Going Down, another remix of Dance Dance. It just comes with a bunch of extra songs, which I really love. It's also a gatefold, and there's some really fun photos of them in here. And I really, really love this. I think it's really cool, just some great fetus photos of Fall Out Boy back in the day, because this album did come out quite a while ago, 2005. Wow, is that accurate? Damn, I was not aware this album was so old, but this is a very old album, so really crazy. Also, it's a colored pressing, of course, and there's a double LP, and they look so cool. So this is what it looks like. It is to me it reminds me of like a sunset type thing. It's yellow around the edges, and then it has kind of this, you know, red fiery center. And each side looks different, which I really love, and both the records look like this, and I really love how this looks. And yes, I ordered this copy from Hot Topic, and my favorite songs in it are probably a little less 16 Candles, a little more Touch Me, and Champagne for My Real Friends, Real Pain for My Sham Friends. Both those songs are really, really great. Next we have my all-time favorite Fall Out Boy album, Folie, Deux. You guys have probably guessed this because in a lot of my reaction videos, I have a poster that was in here up on my wall, which a lot of you guys have pointed out, and it did come in this, and I love this. This is one of the first records I ever got. If you guys remember my Christmas haul from 2015, this is one of the first records I ever got. I got this and one other record on that day. So this was the start of it all for me collecting records. And I love this record so much. Like I said, it's my favorite Fall Out Boy record. Just such an amazing album. You can just really hear the rock influences in this album. All of the members are really putting their heart and soul into all these songs. And I don't know, I hate that this is one of those albums that did not get a lot of praise. And they don't really like talking about this album or playing a lot from this album, because this is a really amazing album. So many hidden gems on this record that I feel like people don't talk about enough. So really, guys, you guys should check this out if you haven't. I love the back because it shows all the song titles, but they're mirrored. So obviously you guys can't read it because it's mirrored, which is really cool, and I kind of like how they did that. This one has 2 records inside, and they're each a different color, which I think is really cool. The first one is red, and I love how it's like a see-through red. So it's not, it's not a solid red, it's a see-through red, which is really, really cool. I love how that looks. And then the other one is this yellowy gold color, which is again see-through. It's like an orangey yellowy gold color. I don't know, it kind of looks different from different, angles in the light, but I think it is really, really cool. And I think it really goes with the aesthetic. The red and the yellow, the 2 bears, the one's darker, one's lighter. And I just think that the whole aesthetic of this album is really, really cool. I got this pressing off Amazon, if you guys were wondering, and my favorite songs off this are Coffees for Closers is such a good song, and I really like $50 Nosebleed because Brendon Urie's featured on that song, so it's a real bop. Next we have my only 10-inch, and that is Fall Out Boy's Save Rock and Roll, their first album after their big hiatus, and I love this album. This is definitely my favorite post-hiatus album from Fall Out Boy. It is so, so good. This album is also a gatefold, and it has these really cool black streaks coming down on the red. I think it just really sticks with the red aesthetic of the album, and I really like it. To go along with that red aesthetic, it has 2 records in it, and they're both so cute. I love 10 inches. I think 10 inches are like so adorable because they're so small and cute. I don't know, I just love it. They're both this transparent red color. As you can see, it has the Fall Out Boy logo in it, which is really, really cute. And this is similar to the Folie one, how it's that red, and I really do like it a lot. This is what the back looks like with all the songs, and my favorite song from this album is definitely 100% The Phoenix. That is probably one of my favorite Fall Out Boy songs of all time. I've been saying for a while it is my favorite song. I think it is my favorite song by them. I don't know, something about the chorus of that song and how it builds, and it just always makes me want to headbang and jam, and I love that song. So that is definitely my favorite song on this album and my favorite song by Fall Out Boy. And if you guys are wondering, I also got this pressing from Barnes & Noble. And next we have, you guessed it, my last Fall Out Boy album, and it is American Beauty, American Psycho. This is such a fun party album. I think it's a really fun jam that to put on, and the songs are, you know, like not too complicated. They're pretty, just honestly catchy, fun songs that I really enjoy by Fall Out Boy. I really like the look of the album cover. I like how it's blurred in the background, just his face, and I think it's really cool. The back, there's this beautiful photo of all of them just walking around. I love how Pete has the American flag on his back. I think that's cool. And then it says the songs up here. This one is also a gatefold, and this is what it looks like inside. I think this is just a really, really cool blue pattern. I think it's really neat. This one just has one record inside of it, and the record is this really cool, it's like a marbly blue, and I think it is so pretty. I love this so much. I don't know, I just think that it looks so cool with the blue and the white and everything, and I like how it's also see-through as well, and it has the Fall Out Boy logo. Very, very cool. I got this pressing from Hot Topic, so I don't know if they're selling it anymore, but this was the Hot Topic exclusive pressing. And my favorite songs on here are definitely Twin Skeletons, Hotel in New York City. That song is so underrated from this album. They don't even play it live, I don't know why, but it ends the album. It's always been one of my favorites from this album. Ever since I first started listening to this album, that song just always stuck in my head. I also really like Novocaine as well. My next album is from my queen, Halsey, and it is her Room 93 EP, which I just got very recently for my birthday. If you guys watch my birthday haul, then you will know that. And I really, really love this so much. It's one of my favorite EPs of all time, and I just think it really shows, you know, the start of Halsey and, you know, how obviously Ghost is the song that got her really popular, and that's one that's on here. It also has Is There Somewhere, Empty Gold, and it has Hurricane, which I really love that song so much. And it's just such a great 5-song EP that I really, really enjoy. The record is this beautiful color. It is this really pretty transparent blue, and I really like this. I actually have a bunch of records that look like this now, but I really, really love this color. I think it's really cool. This record is also one of the records that sounds extremely good on vinyl, and this is one that I wasn't even expecting to sound that amazing. But it does. Like, it's one of those ones where it's like you listen to it on, you know, Spotify or an MP3 player, and it's cool, it's good. But you listen to this thing on vinyl, I don't know what it is, but her voice just sounds so amazing, and you could hear like little electronic things that you couldn't hear, you know, just on your phone, and I don't know why, but this just sounds amazing, and I really love listening to this. I got this album online from her merch store. My favorite song on here is definitely Hurricane, and I love that I now have that song on vinyl. My next album, you could have probably guessed, is of course Badlands by Halsey, her debut full-length album. And I don't like, though, that this is not the deluxe version, which is the reason why I was excited that I now have Hurricane on vinyl, because Hurricane's on the deluxe version, and this is not the deluxe version, so it doesn't have all the songs, which is my only complaint about this. Other than that, though, this sounds really great as well. I love the cover. I just love her pink boa and the aesthetic of everything. This is a gatefold as well, and oh, look at that. I mean, just my queen, you know what I mean? Just killing it. The record comes in this really, really pretty sleeve. It's just this, I love these high quality sleeves, and it says Badlands on it, and it's a little note that she wrote, and it's very cute. And then the actual record is this really cool bubblegum pink. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's actually not just bubblegum pink. It has like these little paint splatter bits on it. I don't know if you guys can even see that. It's kind of showing up, but it looks really, really cool and it's spinning, and I like that it's a little more than just pink. It has some splatter on there. I got this album off of Amazon, and my favorite from this album is definitely Control. I love that song. My favorite song from the whole album is probably Gasoline, but unfortunately that's not on this. So on the vinyl version, definitely Control. Next we have my favorite pop punk band ever, Knuckle. First we have one of their EPs, While I Stay Secluded. I just got this very recently, a few weeks ago, when I saw them live, and I love this album. This album will always just like have a very special place in my heart because this is my favorite EP of theirs. They have a bunch of EPs, but this EP just is so amazing. It has 6 songs on it, and I love the aesthetic of the album. I think it's such beautiful photography and stuff on here, and just this album, guys, this EP is just one of my favorite EPs of all time. Now, when I got this, I think it said like highlighter yellow. It isn't highlighter yellow, but I don't hate it. It's more of a banana yellow, which I actually really like though. I don't know, I think it's really fun to watch it spin, and I don't have any yellow records, so I like that I now have one. It also comes with a sheet with all the lyrics on it, which I really love, but the best part about this is all of these fetus photos that it comes with of Knuckle, and oh my gosh, these are just the funniest thing I've ever seen. This came out a few years ago. I don't know exactly the year this EP came out, but definitely a few years ago. They look like fetuses in some of these photos. It's so cute. And I just love that they have this cute little thank you note that says thank you to all of our friends and family, as well as anyone that supports what we're trying to do. We would not be here without you. Thank you. They're just, at their show even, they were just thanking the crowd like a dozen times, like more than any of the other bands were. And I love them so much, and I think that this album is probably always going to have a special place in my heart, especially this vinyl, because I got it at their show, and it was the same night that I met them. If you guys haven't watched the vlog, check it out. It's pretty intense, but this is just going to remind me of a really happy time when I met them, and they were the sweetest guys in the entire world, and they mean so much to me. My favorite song on this album is Bedford Falls. I even asked Joe about that song. I was like, is that It's a Wonderful Life reference? And he was like, you already know. And I was like, good movie, good man. So yes, I love that song. It's amazing. But guys, listen to this EP if you're trying to just kind of like get into Knuckle, see if you like them, because you'll be blown away. This is one of the best pop punk EPs ever. And next, you probably know what's coming if you're a Knuckle fan. We obviously have their debut album, Copacetic. Oh my goodness. You guys know how I feel about this album. Now, a lot of you might be like, oh, you have it on vinyl. Here, that's interesting, because if you've seen in some of my videos, I also have it. You can't see it right now, but above, higher on this wall up here, I have the vinyl up on my wall. I have it in 2 little frames. I have the vinyl record itself, and then I have the cover hung up on my wall because I worship this album so much. Some of you might be like, oh, you have it there, so you probably don't listen to it. But no, honey, I have 2 copies because I want to listen to it too. The reason why that happened is that the first time I originally bought this album, it was really badly warped to the point where I literally could not listen to it. So I was like, okay, I don't want to just like throw it away. So that's why I ended up hanging that version on my wall, because it's green, it goes with my room. But then I was like, I still want a version to listen to, so I ordered another one. This is off their merch store, and this one is not warped. So I can actually listen to it, and it's beautiful. It's also pressing that I don't think is sold anymore, which you guys will see, but it's a gatefold and it opens to have all the lyrics right here. This is one of my favorite pop punk albums in the entire world. This album is what got me into Knuckle, and it is just such an incredible album. Like, it's just so, the lyrics are so amazing and the instrumentation is great. It's just a fantastic album. The record also, I like how I have a pressing that matches the record, because there's some other pressings I've seen that have been like orange, and it's like, I'm sorry, but orange doesn't really go with this color, you know what I mean? And I've also seen one that's white with a green splatter, which I really like, but I definitely got my favorite pressing ever, and that is just the Copacetic green, the classic pressing. That's the color of the album. Clearly it matches very well. I love this so much. I'm so happy that I got this. It actually is looking a little lighter than it actually is on camera. It's not that as light as it's looking. It's more of a darker green like this. It's looking kind of light on camera, but I just love that I have this pressing, because I don't think you can get this pressing anymore, and I just think it's the most beautiful thing ever. I spin this record honestly all the time, because Knuckle they mean so much to me. They're amazing. They're my life. I love them dearly, and I'm so excited for new music by them. Cannot wait till they release their sophomore album, whenever that may be. And my favorite song from this Also, my favorite song by Knuckle is Pretense. Oh, that song. Oh, that song. And I got to mosh to that song at the show finally, and it was so lit. They always end with Pretense because it's just such a bop, such a killer. Oh my god, it's so amazing. It's beautiful. Also, this is another one of those albums that sounds amazing on vinyl, and I love this. This is my child. I love it so much. The next vinyl I have is Moose Blood's Blush. Another great, chill, pop-punk album that's very fun, catchy choruses. This is the album that got me into Moose Blood. I really, really love this. I love the aesthetic of the whole thing, how the font is kind of the same throughout, the blue and the pink, and how it all just goes together. It's very pretty. This is another gatefold, and inside, the aesthetic just continues to be beautiful. It has a picture of them, it says Blush, there's all the lyrics, and I mean, this is just really, really beautiful. This album is similar to the Halsey Rue 93 EP because it's that same color blue, but it's a little bit different because the inside is kind of shaded. So it's normal blue, but then look at the inside of it. There's like this lighter blue on the inside that looks incredible. It's on both sides. Like, look at that. I've never seen a record like this, and I don't have any other record that has this kind of cool thing in the middle, and I really, really love this. I think it makes it very unique, and this is a really fun pop-punk album to just throw on in the background. You know, it's very fun choruses, it's pretty casual, it's not crazy screamy and stuff. And I really, really love Moose Blood. I want to get more of their albums too. This is also the Hot Topic pressing, for those who are wondering, and my favorite song on here is definitely Sway. I love Sway so much. The chorus is just amazing, and I love the way his voice gets in the chorus. Whew. It's just a great song, but this whole album is amazing. Next we have another one of my favorite pop-punk albums and bands. This is Life's Not Out to Get You by Neck Deep, and can we just discuss this album artwork? One of my favorite pieces of album artwork ever. Like, I just think this is the coolest thing. It just looks like it's drawn, you know, colored in by like a kid. It looks like it's kind of, you know, done by markers and stuff, and has a really nice feel to it, and I just love this. And in the back, it's a little map, and then you follow along with the songs, like, in the map. It takes you throughout, and like, near serpents, there's a serpent and stuff. This is just, the artwork for this album is so, so beautiful, and I love the way they did this. This is another gatefold, and I mean, the amazing artwork just continues. The color schemes and everything on this album are beautiful. And this is another blue record, but it's not a transparent blue, it's more of a solid blue, which I really like. I like this color a lot. I like how on either side it's different. On this side there's like that creepy dude in the middle, but then on this side there's a serpent, which I really love, just kind of continuing with the really cool artwork. I ordered this off of Neck Deep's merch store as well. They had a couple of pressings of this, and then my favorite song from this album is, it's a tie between Citizens of Earth, because I think that is just an incredible opening to this album, and also I really love Can't Kick Up the Roots. That's the first song I ever heard by Neck Deep. This is the album that really got me into them. So both those songs are really, really fun. And now we get into all of the albums by my favorite band ever, Panic at the Disco, which I'm sure you guys already know who that was gonna be. I have finally completed my Panic at the Disco vinyl collection, guys. I'm so happy about this. I've been waiting and working on this for a year and a half, and I am just so happy that they finally finished repressing all of their old albums, and I just completed this collection like last week. The final one came in the mail, and I'm so happy about this because they're my favorite band, and obviously I love every single album by them, and just the fact that I now have all of them on vinyl, it's a beautiful time. So the first one is obviously their first ever album ever, the most amazing album in the entire world. Do not fight me on this. And I'm so happy I now have this on vinyl. I never thought. This is an album I never thought I would have on vinyl, guys. You don't even understand how excited I am about this. I finally have A Fever You Can't Sweat Out on vinyl. I mean, can we just take a moment? Thank you so much. This is, if you guys were not aware, this is my favorite album of all time. Like, not just by Panic, this is my favorite album ever, and also an album that I never thought I would have on vinyl. So not only do I have my favorite album, you know, by Panic, but I also have my favorite album ever on vinyl, which makes me so incredibly happy. It's a beautiful, beautiful setup. The way that they did this is so cool, and I love the artwork of this album. I just think it's so cool how it just continues with all these people and all the really, really long song titles are there, and it's a gatefold, and the magic just continues. Like, I just think this is so pretty. I love this so much. I ordered this off of Amazon, and actually I think I ordered all of my Panic vinyls off Amazon, except for one of them. They are all black. All of my Panic albums are the black versions, which I actually really, really like. I'll show it to you anyways, but yeah, all of them are black, and I think it just kind of goes with it. I like how all of my Panic ones are black, and not like one of them's red or one of them's, you know, whatever color. I like how they all kind of go together, and so they're all the black version. Yeah, I got this one off Amazon, like I said. I ordered this one back in December, and it didn't even say like pre-order, so I've been waiting since December for this, and it finally came in the mail last week, and my life is now complete that I have this, and I'm so happy that I have this on vinyl. I cannot even express how happy I am that I own this. It's so amazing. My favorite song from this album, and my favorite song ever by Panic, is Time to Dance. And the fact that I also have my favorite song ever on vinyl, it's a beautiful time. And next, if we're continuing with their discography, another one that I never thought I'd have on vinyl, another one I'm so happy was Repressed, the iconic Pretty Odd. Just such a beautiful artwork. I love the look of this. I've always loved the look of this album. You know, it's very, very, you know, like 60s, you know, kind of like hippie, love, colorful kind of thing, and I think it's so beautiful, and I love this border, how it kind of continues around the entire thing. Same with it on the back and all the songs, and once again, like I said, this is on black vinyl, but I love the sleeve that it comes in. You know, it kind of looks like everything's hand-drawn, all the lyrics, and has these old pictures of them. And I'm quite shook. Like, look at that. Oh my god. This is back when all the members were there, and I cried, but it's fine. And yes, like I said, this is another one of the black pressings, and I really like it a lot. Very, very pretty. My favorite song off Pretty Odd is probably... I really love When the Day Met the Night, and I also love The Piano Knows Something I Don't Know. Those are both really, really great. Next, we have, of course, Panic at the Disco's Vices and Virtues. Another album that I feel like no one talks about this album anymore. Like, it's very underrated, I think. And I kind of forget about this one a little bit. Like, this is probably my least played album. Definitely not my least favorite, though. I really enjoy this album, and I kind of forget how many great hidden gems are on this album. This one, once again, comes in a very, very cool sleeve. A lot of kind of cool stuff on here. Look at that old picture of, you can tell it's like Brendan and Spencer. Very, very cool. Again, this is the black pressing. Very, very neat. Also, I love, and it took me forever to figure this out, but obviously you got Spencer, you got Brendan. This masked dude, that's Dallin. And I always forget that that's him back there. I didn't figure that out until, like, I don't know, last year. This, once again, like I said, is the Amazon pressing. My favorite song on here is definitely Nearly Witches, and Hurricane's a close second, but Nearly Witches ends this album, and that is a freaking anthem. That is an anthem of a song. I love how, you know, they speak French. There's those kids that sing French in the song, and I just think that is such an amazing song. And also, this album really is just very underrated. I kind of forget about it, and it's a great album. Next, we have Panic at the Disco's Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die. This is another one of my very first albums that I ever got on vinyl. I got it that Christmas I was talking about before with the Folie one, and this is where it all started for me. And when I had this, I was like, I'm never gonna be able to complete my Panic collection, but I have, and that's pretty crazy. This, I believe, is also from Amazon, and I love how it's Vegas themed. I love Vegas so much, and I just love the aesthetic of this album. Like I said, it's just the black pressing, and I really love this one. You know, this is really where it all started for me in collecting records, and I've had this for a while now. So I don't really play this one much anymore because I've had it for so long. When I first got it, I played this record like every single day because it was like the only one I ever had. But I really do love this still. And my favorite song on here, that's hard. My favorite song on here is probably Nicotine. I love that one. I also really like Casual Affair, is one that's super underrated. No one ever talks about Casual Affair. And also Girls, Girls, Boys is another one that's, you know, a classic, a bop. It's a great time. And obviously finishing off with the collection, their most recent album, Death of a Bachelor by Panic at the Disco. And this is really, really pretty. I ordered this one off of their merch store. I did a pre-order for this, but it's just the black pressing again. And there's the back of it, very, very cool. Like I said, just the black pressing. Still very neat though. I don't listen to this one that much. This is probably my least favorite album by them. It's still very good, don't get me wrong. In fact, Brendan pretty much wrote it himself, the entire thing, you know, he did all the instruments and everything. It's very, very cool. And there are some bops on here. My favorite song on this is Golden Days, definitely. I love that song. That's definitely, yeah, one of my favorite songs. Actually, one of my favorite songs by Panic. I think it's number 15 on my list that I did last year. And I really, really love that song from this record. So now we move on to T for the 1975, of course. One of my favorite bands ever. I recently just got this year. I've been a fan of them for quite a while. It took me a while to get their albums on vinyl, but I love this so much. It took me a while probably because they're so expensive, but I did it. I got them. It's great. And so many songs. Still not the deluxe version, so we're still missing things like Me and You and Falling for You, which is a little sad. But I still love how many songs come on here. 16 songs. And I just think, man, I mean, 1975 cannot put out a bad album or even make a bad song. Like, I just love this entire album. It's so amazing. It's a gatefold, and there they are, being amazing. It's a double LP, and both of these sleeves are super high quality, which I love. And I love the photographs on these sleeves. Each one kind of represents a different song, so, you know, we've got the 975, The City, Money, Chocolate, like each one just represents a song, which is really cool. And they are on clear vinyl. Now I know some people are like, oh, clear vinyl's boring. I think clear vinyl is the coolest thing ever. And like I said, I don't have any other clear records other than these. But look at how pretty this is. It's like glass. Some of them are, you know, kind of like clear and foggy. This is literally like glass. Like you can see me through it. And I think that is the coolest thing. It's so pretty when it's spinning. I don't know, I feel like clear vinyl is so underrated now. I don't know, I think it's so, so cool. And very much goes with the aesthetic of this album. And this album sounds amazing. They are another one of those bands that I feel like are meant to be played on vinyl, because their songs are just so beautiful, and there's so many, you know, little electronic things you might miss if you don't listen to it, you know, on vinyl. And you can really hear those things that you might not be able to if you're just listening to it on your phone. I love this album so much. I got this one from Barnes & Noble as well, and my favorite song on here is Robbers. I love that song a lot. It's become one of my favorites by them, and I love it so much. And then, of course, my favorite album by them is their most recent, so I had to get their most recent album on vinyl. This is my favorite album of 2016. It is I Like It When You Sleep, for You Are So Beautiful, Yet So Unaware of It. Quite the title, I know. And the aesthetic of this is even prettier. Look at the pink and everything. And oh, I love the back of everything. And it's a gatefold. And look at those colors. I mean, this is my aesthetic. The blues and the pinks and everything like that, and the lights and stuff. And once again, these all each represent a song, which is very cool. And I love how this is another album that is, it's like over an hour long. And I love that you get every single song on this one versus the other one how you don't. You get every single song on this, which I think is amazing. This album is one of my favorite albums, I think, of all time. This is actually the album that got me into the 1975, not the other one. This is the one that really made me fall in love with them. This is my favorite. Once again, you do get what you pay for. I know these are expensive, but look at these high quality sleeves, you know, with all the lyrics on them. I love that. And it's double LP as well, and each one looks like this. Clear once again, which I really love. Just really goes with the album. I ordered this one off Amazon, and my favorite song on here is If I Believe You. That is such a great song. I feel like it's also one of the ones that's kind of underrated, but damn, listen to that song. It's like a spiritual journey. It's amazing. Also, I've been listening to both of my 1975 vinyls a lot recently because I'm going to see them next week already. What the heck? Oh my god. I'm so excited. I've never seen them live before, and I'm honestly really just not prepared for that experience, but I'm very excited. Next, to continue with the T's, we have Troye Sivan, Blue Neighborhood, and this is a great album by him. Blue Neighborhood, I mean, whew, his debut full-length album. I really love the cover of this, you know, how it's, you see like the houses over there, the blue neighborhood, and how it's like him, but he's painted, and the back. It's just a very pretty aesthetic, once again, with the clouds and everything and the colors. This is another album I'm very happy that you get all of the songs because it's a pretty long album. It's a double LP, and because you can see, there's a ton of songs. It's a pretty long album. This is such a chill, relaxing album, an album that I can just put on in the background, and his voice is so soothing, just puts you to sleep, but it's so beautiful, and I really love the use of electronics in this album as well. You know, it's like a dancey beat, but it's also chill, which I like. Both of the records come in really cool, nice high quality sleeves again, which I really like, and this is just a black pressing. I think I just ordered this off Amazon, and it's just a standard black pressing. It's very, very pretty. I like the baby blue in the middle, and yeah, I love listening to this. This is another one that sounds amazing on vinyl. His voice and just the sounds and everything, they really come through if you're listening to it on your record player. So if you don't have this album and you like him, I suggest you get it if you have a record player, because it sounds really amazing. Alright, we're coming down to the wire, guys. Only 3 more left. Next, we have one of my favorite albums of all time, and that is Peripheral Vision by Turnover. Oh my god, guys. This record, if you have never heard of Turnover or this album, after you're done watching this video, go listen to them. They are amazing. They are still so underrated. This album is so underrated. If you're looking for a chill, relaxing album that has really deep lyrics and just very beautiful, listen to this. I was obsessed with this album last year when I found it. Like last April and May, I listened to it all the time when I was studying for finals, and I got the album on vinyl about that time, and I remember listening to it while I was studying for math, and it's just such a relaxing album, and I love the aesthetic of everything and all the songs, and I ordered this off Amazon as well, and there's been a few cool pressings of this. I know there's one with yellow and it's splatter. I have a pretty chill pressing, but I feel like I like it because it kind of goes with the album. It's just a very pretty baby blue, and I really like that. I also like the inside of this, okay, like what's in the middle here. For a while, I was looking at the colors and I thought it looked like a seashell, but it's actually, if you look at the black, it looks like a face. And it took me forever to see that. I don't know why, but it did. But I really love this record. Such a relaxing album. And this album is the album in my collection that sounds the best on vinyl. I'm not kidding. This is the one that I am always blown away whenever I listen to it on vinyl, because there's just no comparison to listening to this album on your phone to it on vinyl. Like, just something about it. And it's definitely probably one of my most listened to records because of that. It just sounds so amazing. My favorite song on this, I really, oh my god, there's so many. I love Dizzy on the Come Down is really amazing, but I also really like I Would Hate You If I Could, and the opening track, Cutting My Fingers Off, is amazing as well. So this whole album is beautiful. Please listen to this, guys. And next we have another one of my favorite bands ever, 21 Pilots, of course. Don't think I forgot about them. This is Blurryface by 21 Pilots. Very, very cool in vinyl form. The color actually comes out here, which is very, very cool. So you can kind of, all the different layers come out, and that's where actually the lyrics are on this sheet, which I kind of always forget. But I don't even know if I have it in the right way, honestly. I feel like this is not how it's supposed to look. I think I messed it up, but you can kind of make it look however you want, which I think is very cool. Here's the back with all the songs, and it is a gatefold, and there's a bunch of stuff in here, like there's their thank you letter, and kind of, you know, all the info about who's produced each song and all that stuff. And this is a double LP. This is the Hot Topic exclusive pressing, and it is white, and it has this beautiful splatter, which is like black and blue, which I really like, and I like how both sides, you know, each side looks different. So this one doesn't have that much, and then this one has a ton, which I really like. I think it's very, very cool how they do that. And this is not my favorite album by 21 Pilots. My favorite is probably Vessel, which I haven't been able to get yet. It's like really, really high on my list, like one of the next records I really would like to get. This is still a great, great album, and I love listening to this. It sounds great on vinyl. Just such an amazing record. My favorite song on here is probably, I don't know, there's a lot of them. I love Fairly Local. I like We Don't Believe What's on TV is a really fun one, and my last favorite would probably be Polarize. Those are some real bops, and I love listening to this album. And now finally guys, the last album I have on vinyl here is for all you Weezer fans out there. I know you're probably like, where's the Weezer? Like 80% of my subscribers here are big Weezer fans. Well, here you guys go. I mean, they start with a W, they're gonna be at the end of the row. But of course, I have Weezer's White Album on vinyl. Love this album so much. It's the album that got me into Weezer, for as a lot of you guys know. I want to get more of their albums. I really want to get the Green Album, which you can get. Like, I've seen it at stores, I just haven't picked it up yet. I want to get the Green Album, I want to try to get the Blue Album. There's a lot. But this is my favorite by them. Just such a beachy, vibe. Obviously, the cover is them on a beach. And I just love this album so much. There's all the songs. It's just such a great album. Very fun, definitely gonna play this a lot more because it reminds me of the summer. Like, I don't really play this that much in the winter unless I'm like yearning for summer, because it just reminds me of summer. It has a very nice summer feel. It's kind of reminds me of like the Beatles a little bit. It's very nice. And I got this pressing off of their merch store, and I'm so excited about this because I love that I got the White Album on white vinyl. I just think that's perfect. I love that it's like that. It's also, I mean, it's supposed to be white, I think, but it also kind of looks a little bit like cream from certain lights, which I really like. But yeah, it's just, I love that I have it on white vinyl. Just really goes with the aesthetic of everything. And this is a great album. If you're trying to get into Weezer, I think this is a nice album to start off with, or one of the ones you want to start off with, because obviously it's their most recent album. It's kind of what they sound like now. Like, I wouldn't straight dive into Pinkerton or something, but this is such a fun album. My favorite song on here is definitely LA Girls. I love that song. I also love Thank God for Girls, like the kind of rap part in the beginning, where Rivers is talking very fast. Ooh, so much fun to sing. But I really love this album. But there you guys go. Those are all the records that I have collected in the past year and a half. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about any of the records or anything, you can comment them down below, I'll answer. I hope I said everything about them, and I tried to say, where I got them, the pressings and all that stuff. But if you are confused or have any questions, feel free to leave in the comments. Also, if you guys collect records, comment down below some of your favorites that you own, and tell me which ones I should get. Obviously, I'm still collecting. I'm probably not going to do another collection video until next year, because I'm not someone that gets like 7 records a month. I'm not super crazy about collecting. Obviously, these are not, cheap. These are expensive. So I don't, we'll see how many I get in the next year, and then I'll probably do an update for you guys. But comment down below which ones you guys think I should get, or just which albums you guys want me to check out. Obviously, I have a list on my phone of all the records I want, and it's still pretty full, pretty long, because like I just fell in love with another album this week, and I already want to get the vinyl for it. So that happens. And also, like, Pierce the Veil. I don't have any Pierce the Veil records. I don't have any MCR records. There's still things I need to get, which hopefully I will get in the future. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, because I put out new videos every single Sunday. And other than that, I will see you all next time. Bye!